Hi, Gemini. Welcome back. Gemini, looks like you got somebody who is definitely angry about a situation. They're coming off as being very spiteful. This could be somebody that you broke up with. This is somebody who definitely feels like, things are not turning out the way that they were expecting. Okay. Now this person sees you and they are feeling this brokenness. This person is thinking about you and they're feeling this sadness that is taking over their life. It's making them weak. It's making them weak, but at the same time, this person has this aggressive nature, right? Like this person feels like they should come and tell you something or argue with you or get in your face kind of energy, right? They're definitely feeling like they're getting stuck picking up the pieces while you're just moving on with your life. You know, you're just carrying on, taking charge of your life, And this person sees that and it's like they feel like, it's not fair. How is it that, they're trying to pick up the pieces? They're trying to collaborate with you. At least that's what they're claiming. Okay. That they're trying to collaborate with you. They're trying to work with you and they're stuck picking up the pieces. And it's just, not fair. Right. Now, I do see this person as hoping that the two of you could work this out. They're hoping that the two of you can come together. This person is willing to do whatever, okay, at this point, right? At this point, this person is willing to do whatever. So basically, it's like they're willing to, like, pick up the slack, right? Say if you need somebody to cut the grass, they're willing to come over and cut your grass. They, whatever it is, whatever that is stressing you out, this person's willing to come in and do it now. Okay. And now is the key word here, now, right? Because I don't think this person was doing it before. You know what I mean? Like they weren't being supportive of you before, but now they want to be supportive. Now they want to come over and do the things that have been stressing you out. Now, for one of you, I'm hearing you possibly were nagging at this person for a long time. Not nagging. Well, nagging is their word, not mine, okay? But maybe you kept telling them, like, hey, this needs to be done. Hey, that needs to be done. And they were just being very dismissive, like, oh, well, I'll get to it when I get to it. I'll take care of it later. I'll get to it tomorrow. And then next day, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. The next day, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. And it's like every time you ask them, they were constantly coming up with nothing but excuses. It's like they invented excuses. They have a book of excuses that they walk around with and they and they look through their book and they pick one. It's that kind of energy. The thing is that this person's actions told you a lot more about them than their words. I think verbally this person, especially at the beginning, this is somebody who really tried to butter you up, you know always saying the right things at the beginning. The thing is that this person was nothing but a lot of talk. A lot of talk and no action. And it seems like you moving on with your life and taking charge and being responsible and now they're seeing you as, well, they've always seen you as being a very loyal type of person, okay? They see you as being the kind of person who would, like stretch out your neck for another person. You would go out of your way for somebody else, specifically them. And it does look like they were counting on that. They were counting on you to continue to overextend yourself for them. But now that you're not, it's like they don't know what to do now. See, what happened here is that this person was making you do everything by yourself, right? They were forcing you to do everything by yourself to the point where it's like you woke up and you realized you were already doing everything by yourself. Like you were already all alone. This person wasn't doing anything to help you. You're just already taking care of everything by yourself. This person didn't realize it. They thought that they were going to like treat you any way that they wanted to. And like you were just going to stay. You were just going to keep being very loyal to them. You were going to keep doing for them. Like you were going to keep extending yourself for them. And it's like, for whatever reason, they thought that they could just continue doing this. What they didn't realize is that they were actually teaching you that you could live without them. They were teaching you that you were stronger than you thought, or they thought, both of you thought. You know, they were actually showing you that you could be strong on your own. You could take your power back whenever you wanted to. You can do whatever it is. Like, you could take charge of your life. You know, I don't think this person realized that they were teaching you that you could be on your own. And that's why they're falling apart. This is why they're over there trying to pick up the pieces of their life. And you're like moving on. Not even looking at them in the review mirror. They don't see anything in you. They don't see no crying. They don't see no tears coming from you. Oh, but they wish they would. You know, they wish they would. They wish they would see something from you, but they're not seeing anything. Now this person is the one that's crying. Now they're the one that's seeing this huge shift. And the thing is that you didn't just shift overnight like this person thinks. You know, this person thinks that you just like woke up and said, I'm gone. You know, no, you didn't do that at all. As a matter of fact, it was such a slow process because this person was never there. I don't know why I'm getting that song, Daddy Was Never There. Remember that song? Oh, what was that show? I think it was Austin Powers, I want to say. Remember that song, Daddy Wasn't There? Okay. Well, something like that. That's the song that's coming to my mind. You know, doesn't have to be your dad, okay? Doesn't have to be your dad, doesn't have to be your parent, guys. There's just a similarity between this situation and that song. And who knows, maybe one of you used to call him daddy. I don't know, you know, maybe that's why it's coming up. Or vice versa, they used to call you mama, right? That kind of thing. The point is that this person, it's like they're lost now. They're lost. They don't know what to do with themselves. They see you as setting boundaries here. They see you standing up for yourself here. They don't know what to do about it, okay? Everything that was going on behind the scenes, it's like this person is finally seeing it. You know, the confusion is gone. You know, I think this person tricked themselves into believing in some kind of delusion. You know, and that's what happened here. They tricked themselves. They thought that they were tricking you to get like more of resources from you, more of your time, more of your energy, like, you know, putting more responsibilities on you. They thought that they were going to hold you down. They thought that they were going to keep you down. And none of it's working. Now they're realizing, you know, they were fooling themselves the whole time. Now it's coming out to the light. Now they're realizing that they were fooling themselves the whole time. They shouldn't have treated you the way that they did. But now it's too late. Because you completely have cut this person out. And now, for one of you, this person could be like homeless now. Or they're on the verge of being homeless. Right? This person looks like they need to hurry up and make a decision now. But they can't. You know, they can't make up their mind yet. Because they're so involved in thinking about you now. You know, their mind is just there. Oh, look at Gemini. Gemini's in a new... You might have a new vehicle. That's another thing. Somebody here might have a new vehicle. You know, but they're seeing you out and about. They're seeing you living your life. They're realizing that you've been pushing something ahead this whole time. You've been working on something this whole time. And what it is that you've gotten so used to doing things by yourself, for yourself, taking like your problems and just handling them all by yourself, that now this is nothing for you. They left you nothing to miss. That's what I'm hearing. See, they're missing you because you made sure that you know they were taken care of. So of course they're missing you. There's something missing in their life now. But you, no, you're not missing them. Not the way that they want you to. Okay, not the way that they want you to. You're missing them maybe because you're thinking about them or they cross your mind because you were together for a while, or little things might remind you of them, and then that's it, and then you move on. But not missing them, not like them. They're sick. This person is sick. They're emotionally sick. And you know what I'm hearing? They're emotionally sick about this whole situation because they know it's them. They're the problem. They're the one that caused everything. They know it. They just don't know what to do about it now. And that's the thing. They don't know what to do about it. Now they're confused. They don't know what to do about the whole situation. I dropped my thing. They don't know what to do about the situation. I'm going to see what this person's going to do next. I'm just curious because this person's really upset about the whole situation here. They're just going to stay sick. I see this person is just laying in bed. They're mentally going through it. So this person's like needing some time to like think about everything, Think about everything, especially with the Two of Swords energy, they're feeling it. It's like they're on a desert. They're in a desert all by themselves now. And you know what? It's weird because when you were with them, they left you out in the cold. They left you out like you were in a desert because they weren't there to emotionally support you. They weren't there to help you solve your problems. And now they're doing it by themselves. And now it's weird because you've been doing it by yourself this whole time. And now that it's their turn, they're falling into the Four of Swords energy. Now that it's their turn, they can't handle it. The mental stress is just getting to them, You left them. You abandoned them. You're a horrible person. There's a part of them that's angry. There's a part of them that's in the Knight of Swords in reverse energy. That's like somebody becoming really aggressive. Being very aggressive but wanting to do something about it kind of energy. They just haven't figured out what they want to do about it. Let's see what your angel number is here. It says you have a great talent for finding solutions. And you did. Isn't that funny? You found your solution. Your solution was this person doesn't need to be in your life anymore. It says your intuitive and unbiased nature allows you to see all sides of any situation and advise others towards the most fair and beneficial outcome. I am diplomatic. And you know what? That's exactly how you're handling this. You're handling the whole situation very diplomatic. Let's see what else comes out for you. Okay. So you got 2 and now you got 27. It says your mind is wide open and you are tolerant and compassionate toward all ways of life. You value freedom of expression and want to improve the conditions of people, whether in your community, country, or the world at large. I am expressive. Wow. So you have according to this, you have more important things to handle. See, because you want to improve the conditions of people, whether in your community, country, or the world at large. You have a higher purpose in life, and that's what it is. That's why, oh, okay. That's why you're in the Chariot energy. You got things to do. You see the bigger picture. You see what's going on in the world. You see the wrong that is being done. You see the right that's being done. And you are able to help other people. See, and the thing is, you know what, Gemini? You are helping this person. That's why they miss you. You were helping them. And you were very diplomatic about it. Wow. You were helping this person. This is why this person is missing you like crazy. Because they were becoming they became more and more lenient on you. They were leaning on you a lot. Expecting you to do a lot. You know what I mean? And now you're gone and they're feeling it. See, you're not feeling it because you were just doing everything by yourself. It makes sense now. Anyways, this person's in bed. I'm hearing they're just there. They don't know what to do with themselves. They're like, just can't get out of bed. That kind of energy. They're just depressed about everything right now. It is what it is. And they're going to stay in that energy. They pretty much did it to themselves. It's like they dug their own hole and now they're having to lay in it. They made the bed, now they're laying in it. It's their situation. They created this. And they know it. They know it. But they don't really want to admit it. And that's the problem. So instead, they want to be in this sneaky energy where they want to do something. Okay? They want to do something. But right now, they don't have the courage just yet. What they know they can do is just like become erratic. Like yell at you, snap at you. That's basically it. Anyways, Gemini, thank you for being here. This is what's going on around you. This person is not exactly in their right mind. You're being advised to stay away from this person. Continue on where you're heading because you're heading in the right direction. You obviously have bigger things to do. Okay, do put this in the comment section. I am diplomatic. I am expressive. Okay, you obviously have more important things to do than to be dealing with this person. Y'all take care, guys. Catch me in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.